Hi, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Pete. Together we're no gluten, no problem. And today we're going to show you how to make una pizza Napoletana senza glutine.
In other words, a Neapolitan pizza.
Naples, Italy is the birthplace of pizza, and Neapolitan is a loved pizza style around the world. It's also one of the hardest to do gluten-free, unless you have the right recipe.
So we're going to show you how to make the dough. First, we're going to add the warm water and the yeast and sugar together in a small bowl, and we'll whisk to combine. We'll just let that set until the yeast activates and becomes bubbly. That does take a few minutes. Now we'll combine all the flours. This dough has quinoa flour.
May I?
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Millet flour, brown rice, tapioca starch. Oops, I'm stuck in there. And potato starch. Salt, psyllium husk powder, and a little xanthan gum. We'll whisk all of these dry ingredients together to combine. Now it looks like it's going to take just a minute more for our yeast to proof, and then we'll be ready to combine them. Now that the yeast is active and bubbly on top, we're going to add the olive oil to the wet ingredients. And then we'll add our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. Thank you. You need to stir this vigorously until the dough is completely smooth and almost a little elasticy looking. You want to mix it until there are no lumps. Here we go, no lumps.
No lumps. And it's really wet, but it shouldn't be running like pancake batter.
Right. So we have a piece of parchment paper here on our table, and we'll add a little bench flour. And then using a spatula, we'll scrape the dough out onto the center of our parchment paper.
So this point at which the dough hits the parchment paper is when I'm also going to start to superheat the baking steel that's already been preheating in the oven.
And I will start shaping the dough. So you add bench flour to the top of the dough and start teasing it outwards.
Down in the description of the video, we'll have links to both how to work out dough using flour and how to superheat the baking steel, so you can get that information. So the time that it takes for the steel to superheat and for Kelly to press out the pizza dough should be about the same amount of time. So we're ready to top and then fire the pizza all at once.
Okay, now I'm just flattening the cornicione, or the edge of the crust. And we will lightly drizzle it with olive oil. And spread that with a pastry brush.
Only on the cornicione area, not the central toppings area of the pizza.
Right, just the slightly thicker edge of the crust. And once that's done, I'll turn it over to Pete to top the pizza.
Thank you very much. So today we're making a classic margherita pizza. So the toppings are super simple. Before the pizza goes in the oven, we're just going to ladle a thin layer of pureed San Marzano tomatoes. Spread that out just up to the edge of the cornicione. You satisfied? How's
Looks
that
good.
Okay, good. And then we're going to use some fresh mozzarella on the top of the pizza. The fresh mozz cups comes in a couple of different sizes. These are the bocconcini, the little bites. And so for these, I'm just going to tear them into slightly smaller pieces, spread them out over the top of the pizza, and then it's going to be time to launch the pizza.
Looks good. Now let's not remember to trim the parchment paper.
Let's remember and not forget. I'm also going to remember to get the pizza peel out.
Switching it back to bake.
Yes. Okay, into the oven we go. So we'll bake for 2 minutes and then we'll strip the parchment and finish the bake on the pizza. All right, 2 minutes is up, time to strip the parchment. This is always a watershed moment for the pizza where you get to see how the cornicione starts to puff. She's beautiful.
This pizza spent a total of 5 minutes in the oven, and now it just needs to be finished.
So to finish the pizza, I'm just going to hit it with a bit of coarse salt, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, and then the final finishing touch are just a few fresh basil leaves. And that is your classic Neapolitan margherita pizza, senza glutine style, gluten-free. One more, you can never have too much basil. There she is.
And that's how you make a gluten-free Neapolitan pizza.
Get this and other recipes in our cookbook, No Gluten, No Problem Pizza.
And subscribe to No Gluten, No Problem for more videos on how to make great gluten-free pizza at home.
We'll see you next time. Ci vediamo presto. Ciao.
Let's give this a try.
Oh, it's always so good. Pizza cheers.